Today, we're going to be exploring what if the MLB expanded to 40 teams. That's what we're going to be looking at today. We have 4 divisions in each of the leagues with 5 teams with 10 new cities. Let's just get right into this. It's going to be a good one. Now, before we do start, I don't think this is going to happen, in the future. I mean, we're still waiting for a lot of different situations around the league to be finished out, and that's only adding 2 teams, but we're going to be exploring 40, and let's start with the 10 cities. So we're going to kick it off with our number 1, which is going to be Nashville. I feel like this is the most likely to get an expansion franchise in the future. They already have the little project group with the Nashville Stars already there. Obviously, that is the former name of the Negro League team. So I definitely think this is going to happen. I mean, every different poll, every different odds you see, Nashville's always on top of this, especially with the Tennessee Titans supposedly getting their new stadium. That old site could potentially be used for this Nashville Stars franchise. So definitely a very likelihood of Nashville getting a franchise. So this is definitely going to happen in the future, and they have a pretty solid group over there. So we're definitely excited to see that. And after we go through all the cities, I'll show you guys the new playoff format, the new divisions, all that good stuff after we go over the cities. So coming in at number 2, I'm going to have Raleigh. Now, I definitely think this is going to happen. Currently, the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes has also wanting to start a bid to bring MLB to Raleigh. So that's why this could definitely happen in the future. And I definitely think, this is going to be a possibility of happening in the future. Obviously, Raleigh's currently home to the Durham Bulls, who's got a lot of history in baseball in general and movies and all that stuff. So I definitely think this is going to happen in the future. They're definitely like the second option in the East behind Nashville right now. So I definitely think that this could happen. Interesting thing about Raleigh is Charlotte has also brought up their name in these expansion talks. But I really do think if the MLB is going to go to North Carolina, they're only going to have one of these cities to start, then maybe a second one in the future. But in my current 40-team MLB, I'm only having one of these teams, and I'm going to put Raleigh because they're most likely to get a team compared to Charlotte. Because Raleigh has the Hurricanes, they have that owner who's interested, so I'm going to be using Raleigh for this video. But I definitely think it's going to happen just with the current owner that they have and all the investment that he wants to put into the area. I definitely think it's going to happen. Now, coming in at number 3, we're going to have Portland, Oregon. Now, this one has been in the talks for a while. Obviously, they already got the Portland Diamond Project over there. That was formed in 2017. And obviously, they're building this stadium right on the river, which is very interesting. And they've already shown, all the renderings and screenshots of everything they're going to do over there in that site. And there's already been talks about funding this project and getting it built before they even get a team, which is definitely something to definitely watch for sure. And the fact that they're going to build this whole facility before, they even get a team is very interesting, especially. And there's so many laws that are going to help this team out with funding this project, which is very cool. 164 acres is just an insane project to even think about. So yeah, I definitely think Portland in the future could get a team. I know there's been a lot of debate about it, but considering how much investment that there is and how big the group is and how big they're pushing for a team, I definitely think it's going to happen in the future. Now, coming in at number 4, I have Salt Lake City. Now, the Utah Jazz owner did just bring the Phoenix Coyotes to Utah, making them the Utah Mammoth in the NHL. So he's already got 2 sports franchises over there. I'm pretty sure there's an MLS team or they're working to get one or something like that. But they've been pushing for this baseball team for a while, and we've kind of seen some renderings of what it could look like or where it could be, but they're definitely still not like the number 1 target. I definitely think Portland is a little bit more situated in a better position right now than Salt Lake because we haven't really heard much from them. But also, I definitely think they could get one in the future. Just looking at cities on the West Coast that are going to have MLB teams, I mean, the A's are going to be going to Vegas. Portland's going to be another one. I think Salt Lake could definitely be a key player as well. So I think that's why that they could definitely get a team in the future. And I definitely think it's going to happen, especially with the owner that they have over there. So I definitely think this is going to happen in the future, and that's why they're going to be on this list as well. Coming at number 5, it's going to be Orlando. Now, Orlando has seen so much talks with the Orlando Dreamers project that has just been constantly been talking about since the year started. And all the way back in 2019 as well. A ton of stuff that they're trying to do, trying to pull the Rays right now if that does happen. Now, in this situation, I do have the Rays staying in Tampa, by the way. So I would expect this to be, an expansion team. It does look like they're going to pull the Rays or something like that. We'll kind of wait and see what happens in the future. But Orlando would be really cool to have a team, and I think it's definitely a good city. When looking at cities across the world, I'm pretty sure Orlando's right up there. I think they get about 80 million tourists a year, which is absolutely insane to think about. It's definitely number 1 in the US, and it's definitely up there in the world. But yeah, I definitely think this is going to happen just with all the money that they're going to put into this. I mean, they already said they got $1.5 billion to attract a team, which is insane to think about. And that was of April. Like, that's pretty crazy, the amount of funds that they have for this Orlando project. And I definitely think in the future, they might pull the Rays or get their own expansion team. In this video, they're going to be getting an expansion team. Now, coming at number 6, I have Montreal on the list. Now, I know there's a lot of problems with Montreal in the future, but for the sake of this video, we're going to say they get an expansion team. So I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon, like in real life, but I definitely think it could happen way in the future, just with the history that the city has had, especially with the problems that they had the first time. I definitely think could be fixed the second time. It's actually funny, in 2015, they actually did propose a 40-acre site to put a new stadium in. So it has been talked about, but it hasn't been updated in quite some time. So you never know what could happen with this city. But for the sake of this video, I got Montreal on this list. So coming in at number 7, I do have Austin. Now, I definitely think they got a good shot to get an expansion team. They have this group since July of 2024. And I'm pretty sure the MLS team of Austin is helping them out with this. So I definitely think it could happen as well. And we've already got baseball there with, a couple minor league teams with the Round Rock Express playing there. And I do think Austin or San Antonio could get an expansion team, but I don't think both of them will. I think 4 teams in Texas is just kind of a lot. And I also don't think that would happen either. I think it's going to be Austin or San Antonio. But right now, Austin is making a really good case for themselves. So we're going to have Austin in this video. Also, the capital of Texas, I mean, they've been having mass population growth. So I definitely think it's something the MLB could look at in the future. And I definitely think they'd be a great city for expansion as well. Now, coming in at number 8, I do have Sacramento. Now, currently when I'm recording this video, the Oakland A's have moved from Oakland to Sacramento for 3 to 4 seasons before they move to Vegas. But I do think after they leave, they will make a heavy push for expansion. The Sacramento Kings owner has been in conversations with Rob Manfred about this. So that's why I think it could definitely happen in the future. And I think they are far away from the Giants, TV rights hold. That's why a city like San Jose will never get a team, because the Giants own the TV rights to the whole area. That can kind of throw that city off with how that whole situation is going. And I do think they're going to push for a team in the future. They currently have the AAA team in Sacramento. But I think, eventually they're going to want to push for a team. I think they're going to use this attendance that the A's got for the last couple of years to try to push for it. And I definitely think they could get one in the future. And I definitely wouldn't be surprised if I see Sacramento of new cities that could possibly get one. And also being the capital of California is definitely going to help them out as well with more population there. So I definitely think that this could happen in the future. Now coming at number 9, I do have Mexico City. Now obviously this is a little bit out there, but if we got to get to 40 teams, I think they could make a solid case. Obviously it'd be the first MLB team in Mexico, which would be huge for the sport. They already have baseball in the city in the Mexican Baseball League, right? And MLB has been there before. Definitely think that could be a good reason that the city can get a team. It's also one of the largest cities in the Western Hemisphere as well, so that's going to definitely help out their case. And obviously it's going to open up a brand new audience to the sport, especially with Mexico being really good in the World Baseball Classic. I definitely think it could help them out a lot. And there is a lot that can, prevent this from happening. Like there is a super high crime rate in Mexico City, so that could definitely hold them back. And obviously I don't think the Mexican Baseball League would like it too much, but you never know what could happen. For the sake of this video, we're going to say Mexico City gets the expansion team. And coming at number 10 on this list, I do have Vancouver. Now, Vancouver will be really interesting to get a team. Now, when I'm recording this video, there's no factual evidence that they could get a team. I'm kind of just putting in there because I'd love to see a Canadian team on the West Coast. I think that'd be really cool to have, especially if you get a beautiful dome stadium. I definitely think anything could happen over there. Just actually seeing that go through right now is just, I don't think it's going to happen, right? But I definitely think it'd be cool to have, kind of 3 teams on the Pacific Northwest over there. With Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver, I think it'd be really cool to have a team up there. So that's kind of where I threw the last team in Vancouver, just because I personally think it would be really cool to happen. So those are the 10 new cities we're going to be having in this 40-team MLB. Now, just to quickly go over them, we have Nashville, Raleigh, Portland, Salt Lake City, Orlando, Montreal, Austin, Sacramento, Mexico City, and Vancouver. And how I broke this down is there's going to be 4 divisions in each of the leagues. So in the American League, there's 4 divisions. In the National League, there's 4 divisions. And there's 5 teams in each division. And I'll just quickly throw up a little graphic of kind of how I did this. So there's going to be 4 division winners, obviously, right? And there's going to be 4 wildcard teams. Because I think when you get to 40 teams, 8 in the postseason is really not that bad when you think about it. And the seeding would still be 1 through 8, right? So 1 through 4 would be the division winners, and then 5 through 8 would be the wildcard teams. And I think it'd be really cool to have that kind of format still be in there that we kind of saw in 2020. And how I did these divisions is mainly on region. It was kind of hard to put some of these teams. So in the AL East, obviously Yankees, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Orioles, and I did throw the Tigers in there because I moved the Rays somewhere else. I think that would be a really good division, honestly. In the AL Central, I have the Twins, Royals, Guardians, White Sox, and then I added the Rockies in there because the Rockies were kind of a wild card team for me. I don't really know where to put them, so I kind of had to just put them somewhere. So I put them in the AL Central. It doesn't really make much sense, but as you'll see by the other divisions, I kind of really had nowhere else to put them, I think. Now in the AL South, which is going to be one of the new divisions, is going to be the Rangers, Astros, Austin, Mexico City, and Salt Lake City. So I definitely think it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, 3 of the teams are in Texas, the new team in Mexico, in Salt Lake City, I think would be a really fun division. And then in the AL West, we have the Mariners, Angels, A's, Sacramento, and Vancouver. I think that could also be a really interesting division. So that was my American League I decided to go with, pretty much trying to keep everyone in the same league, right? Obviously, we did move one team because I put the Rockies in there, right? And I moved the Rays to the National League. So that's kind of some of the changes we did make. Now, moving over to the NL, we're going to start with the NL East. Now, once again, I try to keep it the same, but we went with the Mets, Phillies, Nationals, and then the new Montreal franchise and Raleigh. I think this division would be pretty good with these new franchises, and I think it makes sense geographically as well. Now, in the new NL South division, I put the Rays, Marlins, Nashville, Braves, and Orlando. I think that division would be really interesting. Obviously, 3 teams in Florida in that one with the Braves and Nashville. I think it could be pretty good. And the NL Central I actually kept the same with the Brewers, Cubs, Reds, Pirates, and Cardinals. I think it's a good division geographically as well, so I didn't really think I needed to change much here, to be honest. And then in the NL West, I have the Dodgers, Padres, Giants, Diamondbacks, and Portland would be in that division. So definitely some new teams and some new divisions and some new leagues. And I definitely think it could spice the league up a lot. So that's my 40-team MLB. Those are the divisions I went with. Those are the new cities I went with. And the playoff format I think would work pretty well. Let me know in the comment section down below, what cities did I miss out on, or what teams should have went in a different division. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. Because in my opinion, I still have no idea where to put the Rockies. Even looking back at this, I feel like they're still out of place in my opinion. But let me know where you would kind of put all these teams in the comment section down below. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video about the 40-team MLB. I think it's a really interesting concept to kind of think about moving forward when we talk about future expansion. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.